Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Last episode we began Reen's route number 3, where we came to the city of Longlai, the city to the east where the Divine Blades are said to meet. So after that we talked to all of our contacts and Reen found out pretty much everything that was going on, but he said all he can worry about right now is what's going on with the sky, what's going on with the mech, and why he was called out to the east. And so, after catching a big old fish, we have one more side quest to do before we go ahead and progress the main story. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we have this side quest right here. This is only accessible after we talk to those kids at the end of the last episode, so we'll go ahead and talk to Miyuki. I can't find him anywhere. Just what am I to do? Is she looking for someone? I don't remember the guild getting any missing persons requests in. Could be there's something about it she'd rather hide. If so, might be a case fit for a Spriggan. Shall we offer ourselves as proxies then, as we did in Basel? Well, approach the woman. Pardon us. I don't mean to pry, but is something the matter? And who might you be? Reen and the group explained that they were taking on 4 SPGs on behalf of Arkwright Solutions. I see. In that case, you may be just the people my sorry self can turn to. Sensing a lot of layers behind that sentence. You could say that I'm the lowest of the low after all. 2 years ago I abandoned my son, my own flesh and blood. You abandoned him? I get the feeling there's more to this story. Yes, you see, I was originally born and raised here in Longlai. Northern culture always interested me, however, so I left home to work in Messeldom. There I met the man I would come to wed, and 12 years ago, I became pregnant with our son. At the time, I thought we were able to build our happy family up together. But 3 years later, my husband fell ill and passed. That must have been extremely painful for you. Yes, but there is no time to grieve, not when I had a son to raise. I would even take on nightlife work just to put food on the table. The mental anguish wore at me, however, and before I knew it, I'd begun taking it out on my poor boy. It was then that he started to rebel against me. I had also remarried several years ago, but the man only grew more violent with time. It drained me down to the very last drop. And then what? You sent your son away? Not quite. The government provides a minor subsidy for childcare, blood-related or not. Knowing that, my own former lover raised his hand to me again, saying I ought to be the one leaving instead. And so I relented, returning home here to my hometown, head hung low. I see. Can't say I empathize, but I think we can spare some sympathy. Only my son and I had fled together. Looking back, I regret it from the bottom of my heart. On top of that, I heard news about him through the Septian Church. Apparently he had run away from my ex-husband several months ago. It became a bit of an ordeal, after which he ended up getting adopted by someone else. With that, I feared my role in his life had come to an end. That is until... You found your son here in Longlai? Yes. At first I thought it was just my eyes playing tricks. When I called out, and his gaze met mine, he actually recognized me. It wasn't a moment after that, though, that he ran away. I should have expected as much. It's only natural, the sight of his despicable mother must have been more than the boy could handle. Even still, it's worrisome that your son is nowhere to be found. Yes, he looked so hopeless, there's no telling what might happen. I'd like nothing more than to start over with him, but if at all possible. But perhaps that's simply too much to hope for. What's the kid's name, by the way? Jed. It's Jed. Jed. Now that she mentions it, I may have heard his story during my NGO work. Vaguely remember the guild having intel on it too. Van & Company stepped in on the situation, I think. Mr. Arkwright? Yet another one of life's little coincidences. For the time being, we'll try to track Jed down and confirm his safety. Thank you so much. To start, I'd like to get a grasp on why you came to Longlai in the first place. Probably to check out the sights, right? A lot of tours going on these days. That seems likely to me. And since he's still a child, his new guardian's probably with him too. Sounds like a decent enough starting point then. Yeah, let's find a tour guide and see what they know. Thank you, and good luck.
Commencing proxy spring.
Whereabouts of my son started. So, we'll go ahead and we do have a new topic. It is not a topic quest, this is a real 4SPG. There's only one more topic quest left. I believe it's in Van's route. We'll go ahead and run over here. And maybe it's inside here. Yes, it is. We'll talk to this person.
Yo, got a sec?
Jed's one of the boys in my tour group. Did something happen to him? Her head's breaking. Do I need to like... Oh, God. Got it in one. We're actually looking for him as we speak. Would you happen to know where you might have went? Oh, dear. Well, our group took a break, so I'm not sure where he is. But his guardian, Angela, should be in front of the station. Maybe she knows something. Thank you for your help. Angela. That's the woman who adopted Jed. Yeah, she owns a public bathhouse in Messeldom. Let's hurry over to the station. Ugh. Her neck broke so many times. This is basically just we're following the quests or the little yellow markers here. We're just going to use the topic on one person after the next.
Excuse me a moment.
This is the same, I don't know why they would have used the same character model as, I forget her name, but it's the counterfeit lady. Jed saw his birth mother? And you say he's been missing ever since? Yes, we're on the search for him right now. His mother being in Longlai isn't news to me, admittedly. I even intended on finding the chance to speak with her, but I hadn't counted on him beating me to the punch. Do you have any leads on where he might be? Well, you could try asking his friends, Mina and Tony. He said they were going to browse the stalls together, so I let the three of them run free. And let's head over to the street market and see if we can't find him. Thank you for going to so much trouble. I'll look for him myself around the station. He would appreciate that. If you learn anything, let us know. So, we'll just go ahead and head south. Looks like we got to cross the river down here. We will still have one more connection event we will need to view, but we'll do that after this side quest.
Excuse me a moment.
So Jed really is missing? We thought he was just going off to look around on his own. But it's because he saw his mom, huh? Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Oh, he did say he wanted to see the Poo-Boo. Long live Poo-Boo, eh? Can't say I blame him. But Granny Angela had told him over and over that going outside the city is dangerous. No matter how naughty Jed can be, he wouldn't break a promise. Still, seeing his mom for the first time since she walked out probably left him pretty shaken up. Considering that, it wouldn't be strange for him to want some time alone. And we should ask any potential eyewitnesses by the exit leading to the falls. Good call. Let's head there right away. Next, we're just going to go ahead and talk to these people, and then we'll be able to actually go into the Poo-Boo Falls area to finally be able to explore it. This is why we had to talk to the kids first, the Aramis Academy students, is because they were right here in the quest. Oh, Miss Toa, perfect timing. Thumb and I saw a boy head into the mountain pass not too long ago. Around 11 years old, give or take. We were just about to chase after him ourselves. That's very noble of you, but let us handle the rest. You two just wait here in the meanwhile. It's almost certainly must have been Jed. There's no time to waste then. Let's head out. I'll give the guild a quick heads up, just in case. And here we go. Let's head on in to the mountain pass, this time actually being able to explore it instead of just running to the end. So, this is Poo-Boo Pass. There's not really much to talk about here. We're just going to kind of run through it. There's, of course, our usual new enemies, as well as some palms and some chests, but for the most part, I actually don't think this is going to be a very hard area. As you go through here, now, I don't know about you guys, but the last few routes we've done, I wouldn't say they were boring, per se, because I think the story was a lot of fun. The problem I started having was, because we were just in the same areas over and over and over again, it was just fatigue from the zones. It's exactly how I felt about Edith. You know, after you spend 3 routes... Oh, God, these guys hurt. After you spend 3 routes in Edith, you're like, man, when am I going to go to anywhere else? That's very similar to how I felt the last time we had a Reen route and a Kevin route. Like, the story was good. I liked being in Tharbad. I liked being in, the other place that I can't remember, Basel. But, like, it's just always nice when you actually get to explore a brand new area like we are in now. And while we've been to Longlai before in a previous game, this is the first time in this game we get to explore it with Reen and the crew. So I just feel like almost like a new renewal, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't have as much fatigue I had for the past couple routes. Especially because it was basically like repeat, then repeat, and then we finally got to go to whatever it was called, the place we're in with Van's crew right now. But then it was just repeat again after that, and you're going to flee, aren't you? Oh, okay. And then it was repeat again. So it's just been a lot of repeats, and I'm glad we're finally in a brand new area. This is tough. I actually don't know what to do here to get this kill. I need Fee to hit. I didn't want to have to waste my S-Craft on a palm anymore. He's like, we're so above these palms now. We'll just Azure agree on, man. I should have done this a long time ago. Right here is a chest. Because that's a level up.
Let's search around.
And we get some of these, like, panda bear enemies. We'll go ahead and just activate our awakening. And we should be able to get this done pretty quick here without even having to ZOC. I always like how I don't have to deal with the contamination on anybody else's route. It makes it pretty nice not to have to deal with it. We'll just go ahead and use Reen, because he's the strongest. There we go. We're going to do our usual as we run through here as well. Just kill all the enemies at least once, just so we get those levels that we want before we end up getting to the final dungeon. These guys should be easy. I shouldn't team up with Altina, man. She is not even close. Like, she's the weakest, and it's not even close.
Let's search around.
And at this point, I have, like, officially done everything with everybody. I don't really care about Employee of the Month anymore. This is, again, their final chapter. I don't actually know. Based off this being their final route, I don't even know if... well, let me rephrase that. Based off the fact that their, like, timeline thing just straight up ends before or after Vans does, I'm actually just assuming that this is going to take place simultaneously as the finale, meaning we wouldn't actually be able to play as these guys in the finale unless you're in the Grim Garten. So other than, like, Reen and Crow, maybe, I'm really, like, unfortunately at this point it does seem like just using Reen, Van, Kevin, and Crow is, like, your best Grim Garden combo, just because that is the highest damage output you can do. And then Crow, or, I mean, you can do Crow, you could do Rufus, you could do Agnes, any of those combos, just so you get the CP bonuses, or the S boosts, rather. So, like, that's my team. As much as I love to use Shizuna, who I could use instead of, like, Reen, you know? Kevin might be a maybe. I might have to swap out Kevin for someone else, unfortunately. Just get that S rank in the final level of the dungeon. There we go. We have 2 more bombs. We're actually, like, it's honestly kind of a long dungeon just because these enemies are pretty at level with us. And I'm not just spamming my S-Craps like I should be. We want to get through it pretty quick. There is another chest. That was a dead end. Now, right up ahead is actually going to be the objective right there. So we're going to ignore it for now and just come back. There's also a chest back there. So I don't know. I'm hoping we don't have to... Like, I'm hoping the quest doesn't automatically take us back to town. But it very well might. So we're just going to go ahead and kill everything else. Clear everything else we possibly can. And then come back to finish that up after we're done here. Yeah, I'm a little worried now. Oh, boy. Reen fully heals when he uses his awakening, which is nice, but man, don't get hit by this. There we go. Ashen Slash. This isn't going to kill the little bee guy, but this dies in like 2 hits. I actually think that's all the enemies. I think it's literally only the panda, the deer, and this wasp. But I'm not confident, and also we want the XP, so... How much am I getting from these? I mean, it's 1,000 XP. It's like... It's not worth doing. Okay, well, that sucks. Ow. I didn't expect enemies to be dealing this much damage to me. Holy. That is with the best possible gear I can get to, which is why I'm actually getting a little concerned now. Let's use this. Let's try to get this stun. I'm a little bit worried what this is going to mean for some upcoming fights. Oh, that's so brutal. Shoot, I'm going to have to Azure Grion here, just so I can hit everything. There we go. And then target that with a Reen. There we go, perfect. Now we'll loop back around just because there's these palms right here. Well, this is always a mistake, huh? When I don't have my ZOC active, they're going to run away. I'm not going to be able to catch them. That's so unfortunate. Yep, they're gone. We can come back if we refresh the area. Dang, I should have paid attention to my ZOC because I just used it too. If I wouldn't have used it on those pandas or just came over here and fought this first, we would have been fine. Because we are still getting enough XP to make it worth it from the palms, I'll make sure I go refresh the area and come fight these guys again. We have to run back this way anyways. So, I mean, we can teleport back to the entrance, but either way, we got to come roughly over here, so. Use Arena again. Here we go. This is going to need a ZOC because I do not have an Awakening ready, so... And be careful. There is another palm right here to my left, I think. So we just want to be careful not to do the same thing we just did. Let's just Rowdy Throttle, man. Is that enough to kill? No, there's still one more Blade Panda. That's fine. We can just brute force through this one. Get a little bit more CP for Reen. There we go. The palms are right there, so... Oh, this sucks. It's unfortunate because I basically need to... I need to keep my ZOC active. Oh, shoot. I wasn't even paying attention there. Dang. This is going to be tough. Rowdy Throttle. But because I don't have any S-Boost now, it's like I'm not going to be able to charge up my Awakening either. Let's hope for the best, shall we? Try to charge my CP back up. Well, okay. Let's just do it. And hit this one. Perfect. We get the stun. Reen does get his Ashen Slash, so we can kill the palms. Perfect. Grab this chest for a Cobalt Cape.
Let's search around.
And then let's see how this goes. Ooh, without a ZOC active, I'm a little concerned. With no ZOC or Awakening, I think the stun on these Blade Pandas is going to be brutal, unless I just perfect dodge every time. Do I have anything else I could use for you? No, Altina is purely defensive, man. It's not... yeah, because I just wasted that too. It's never the best to have a fully offensive character or fully defensive character, because you have nothing you can do against harder enemies like this. And we're just going to click A. At this point, I just want to charge up my CP again with my characters, since I still have just a little bit more. There's like 2 more chests to grab, and then a locked chest that we can get. But we're probably going to have to fight more of these pandas, so let's just get our CP charged. And there we go. I want to see what this is. Grendel Skillstone for 10 Holocores maxed. I actually think I need to be... I didn't want to do this. That might have to just wait for a New Game Plus run. So you do get an achievement for... I think you have to max out every Holocore in the game. Which means... and Holocores are... Like you just saw, we just maxed out the Holocores for Reen's team. So it requires a lot of playtime to get done. So I might just have to wait for a New Game Plus run to do that. And then just like... start by equipping brand new Holocores on everybody at the start of the run to level it up. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done in this run, unfortunately. But this game is made to be played at least one other time, because you got to play it on Nightmare difficulty, and you got to max out your alignments. So let's go, another Ashen Slash. I think I missed that left ear. Nope, I barely hit it. And here's our last regular chest. Go ahead and just fight this guy. We're going to want to make sure we have ZOC active after the fight with this panda right here. Ow. So let's just kill this one quickly. And then I will just do a quick Tira. And then I'll do an Awakening and just try to cleave through this guy real quick. Just because I don't want to waste my ZOC since we're going to go back for that palm. And, dude, really haven't got the stun yet? There we go. Perfect. Ooh. Okay. And didn't get any X-Chain there. That's fine. Because I didn't click the bumper. Alright. So that's all our enemies. We can run up here if we want, but there's actually nothing up here right now. There's just some fishing spots if you want to fish here. But at this point, you have access to every fish back in the Grim Garden except for one. But what we can do is head over here, and we will have a security lock. We do with Kalam Soleus, a 3-minute, oh boy, a 3-minute, 20-second security lock, huh? Don't turn around. He's turning around. Okay, so I gotta wait for him to go left, and then I have to go over here. Huh. Is it the same thing here? No, this one just goes in a circle, okay. But what about you? Because I saw there was another one over here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just go, just go, just go. And then this one goes in a circle this way. So I can follow this one around. Ooh, thank God. Okay. We got real lucky there. Get that checkpoint. We can set this trap. And then go left. And then he'll trigger the trap. It gives us a little bit of time to break through this firewall. Grab another checkpoint. And then here we are pretty much at the end. Oh boy, oh boy. I got extremely lucky there. And then just some final firewalls in case you did bad at getting through those enemies. Just to let the time go out. And there we go. There's another security lock completed. We only have like 2 or 3 more of those, I think. Ark of El Dorado. And we get a bonus SP. Now, let's quickly rest and recover. Reviving all the enemies.
Nice to take a load off.
We will run back to that palm we missed out on.
Oh, that one looks stubborn.
We're just going to avoid all the other fights. Make sure I grabbed all the chests. But, well, besides the one that we can't get till we complete that side quest, we do need to make sure we come back here and grab that chest. Because knowing me, I will think I've already cleared this area once I've finished reading the 10 minutes of dialogue. And then I will miss out on a chest and have to play through the entire game again, since this is a one-time only area. There we go. And we will just Ash and Slash. There we go. Those are those palms destroyed. Not enough for a level up, unfortunately, but we are level 53. And we'll just go ahead and approach here. Is this really it for me? Looks like we made it in the nick of time. Let's sweep them out.
Quite a reception we have.
And here we go. These are just the same enemies we've been fighting. I'm pretty sure Reen can probably just... As long as he hits all of them here. No, just barely hangs on. Rowdy Throttle. This should do it. There we go. You saved me. Are you guys bracers? Just me, actually. You see, we're here at your mother's request. Reen and the group explained that they had accepted a 4SPG from Miyuki on behalf of Arkwright Solutions. My mom sent substitute Spriggans to come get me? Well, more to track you down and make sure you were safe. We won't force you to meet your mother against your will. But if even the tiniest part of you wants to have a serious conversation with her, then it'd be our pleasure to arrange that. I hated my mom for the longest time, so I started acting out in every way I could. Doing one bad thing after another, saying all this stuff I never should have. I thought it was no wonder she left me for good. The thing is, I'm too afraid to own up to that. So just the thought of facing her scares me too. But even then, she's still worried about me. I see. Those are the genuine statements then. Well, parents come in all different sorts and situations. Sure, there's no forgiving what your mother did. When we talked, her love came through in every word she said about you. No question. I can say that with just as much clarity. Her desire to make a fresh start was unmistakably sincere. Okay, I made up my mind. I'll try talking to my mom. Huh, roger that. I'll get in touch with Angela about this too. With that, Reen and the others brought everyone together so that Jed and Miyuki could speak face to face. It's gonna take me back to town, isn't it, if it gives me a loading screen here? Yep. You don't have to believe me, but these are my true feelings. I grew so sick and tired of all the hardships that I turned my back and ran away. But the fact that I left without you, it's been tearing me up inside to this day. Mom. I gave myself a hard time too, not caring about you more than when we were together. It's been on my mind ever since. I couldn't bring myself to admit it, and then there was my butt wipe of a stepdad. Jed. Such an emotional klutz, I swear. Right? Even though he's actually nice inside, he'll say it's lame to act like it. Here comes the waterworks. So, Miyuki, what do you want to do going forward? Angela, if you'll allow it, I'd like to return to Messeldom. But afterwards, I still don't know. Well, all that depends on Jed. Granny. Honestly, I don't know what to do either. Makes me wish that Spriggan guy was here to tell me. Oh yeah, Arkwright and his pals helped get you out of your stepdad's clutches, didn't they? I remember that quest now. Yeah, that was back in Daybreak 2. I think it was back in Daybreak 2. So, how would they approach this? This is one of the very few times that, once again, the options are swapped. So if you do take your time thinking it over, you'll actually get Gray. And if you choose to be honest with yourself, you'll get Law. We will, of course, choose the top one. Rather than getting flustered, maybe you should take your time to think things through. Your gratitude towards Angela for taking you into your care. It's your mother's feelings, which you've only just now learned. Knowing what you'll do in the face of them won't be easy, but you don't have to decide anything right away. Really? And that's okay? I don't see why not. As for you, Miyuki, I'd like to make sure that there are absolutely no doubts about your determination. If you're serious about living with Jed again, then you can move in nearby and show it through your actions. Granny. Yes, that's fair. You won't regret this, Angela. I'll do everything I can to prove my sincerity. Well, guess we can close the books on this one. Yes, though of course there will likely still be difficulties ahead of them. Still, thank goodness everything worked out. And that's the quest completed. 10,000 Mira, and a lot of Gray, a little bit of Chaos. Unfortunately, doesn't matter. We are Gray level 4 now. We actually might get close to hitting Gray level 5 if we min-maxed good enough. We get Warrior B for Gray alignment level 4. We will get Brahma 0 for Gray alignment and Chaos alignment level 4. And for, this is an EX, if we get 2,000 enemies slain, we get Black Tentacle, the Arch Driver. And so now, once again, before I forget, let's go ahead and run back over to the outskirts and go grab that one chest we were missing. So, back here where we just did that quest for Jed, go ahead and grab this chest. For a Konohana Sakuya, arts damage increases when HP is higher. And that is it for the chests in this area. I'm just double checking. Yep. So, we'll go ahead and head on back to Longline next to go ahead and try to not bring this route to a close because we still have a little while left, but we do have a connection event we can view, and then we can finally start progressing that story. See if we can meet with the president today. The ex-president. So, back here in Longline, we're going to go ahead, hand over all of our gifts to everybody. That's one for Reen, one for Altina, one for Fee, one for Crow, and one for Toa. And then we can view Longline Food Tour with Fee and Crow. Reen's group decided to take a break. Damn, these Eastern rice cakes kick ass. I love how puffy they are. That bamboo grass is pretty unique, but it tastes really good. I bet these would make for great field rations. My master used to make them all the time when I was still training under him. Then he'd work me out to the bone and, well, let's just say the rice cakes didn't always stay in my stomach. You're not serious looking back on that fondly, are you? Anyway, there's no telling what's ahead, so let's make sure we replenish our energy while we can. Sure, we had a good healthy breakfast. Climbing these mountains burns a whole lot of calories. Don't worry, this place has tons of good food. Last time I was here, Lisa and I ate way too much. That right, then you'd better give us a grand tour while we look for souvenirs. The egg yolk and egg white mix in your mouth. It's so creamy. I think your eggs turned out the best, Reen. Yeah, mine were too hard, and Fee's were too soft. That's our hot springs host for you. It's just because I used to make them for snacks back home. And hey, regardless of their texture, your eggs are still plenty delicious. Yeah, you're only saying that because you came out on top. We'd better use the leftovers to surpass this egg tyrant and bring about a new era. Right, let's destroy him. Bring it on. These are hot springs mantu, right? Heard they need bamboo charcoals into them. I can't get over the roasted black sesame bean paste and the moist skin. I'm starting to sound like Van. Sounds like he's got quite the sweet tooth. One of these days, I'd love to sit down with him and have a chat. Same. Too bad we can't just do it in the garden, seeing as we're all trying to stay out of each other's way. That said, he strikes me as the kind of guy that'd get along fine with Class 7 folks. And I'd love to hear more about his sprigging business. It's pretty similar to what you do. I bet the differences alone would give you plenty of stuff to talk about. Personality-wise, I bet he'd get along with Ash, too. Hopefully I'll have a chance to introduce him to everyone eventually. Agreed, including the new and old Class 7. I had no idea they were serving tea at the temple. The bitter flavor is the perfect complement to all those sweets. And that tea ceremony the lady did when she poured the tea was practically acrobatic. So cool. You know, back in the day, my master actually taught me how to do it for fun, between training sessions. I remember when he ended up accidentally pouring some on my head. Talk about a disaster. Is it just me, or do all your memories of him actually kinda suck? But I guess you had your fun, seeing how nostalgic you are for them. The guy certainly seems like a playful old man, not counting your little training exercise. Yeah, he definitely likes to have his fun, even during rigorous training sessions. When I was a child, I felt there was always something playful about him. Man, just talking about it really takes me back. We used to have snowball fights on that mountain behind his house as a way to train my eyes. Sometimes I'd have to take care of a bear cub that had been separated from its mother and try to get it home without endangering either of us. We'd even spar while snowboarding down the mountain. Are you serious? How's any of that sword training? It must have worked, seeing as how he mastered the first level by the time he enrolled at Thor's. Still, it's honestly pretty impressive, surprising he trained you like that, given that he's the former head of Ikaruga. Though I guess seeing how Shizuna turned out, maybe it's not all that shocking. He never did tell me much about his past. Anytime I'd ask, he'd find a way to brush me off. I think he went through a lot, and that's probably why he started the 8-leaf school in the first place. But now that same man is scheming behind the scenes here in the Republic, and blocking my path. Green.
Hey, just remember, man, you're not alone.
Exactly. We all know how important this is for you. So we aren't planning to get in your way, but know that we will offer you our support. And that goes for Altina, Toa, and everyone else in Class 7.
Yeah, I know. And it means a lot. But first, we have to get to him. Either way, I hope you'll witness my battle. That should give my blade the power it needs for me to win. I'm sure of it.
Ha! Of course we will.
Yeah, we'll get through this. Together.
After that, the trio purchased more of their favorite snacks of the tour as gifts for their friends back in the Empire, then met back up with the others and resumed to work. I want to say, I've been playing Code Vein 2, and two of the voice actresses in Code Vein 2 are the voices of Elaine, first off, and oh my gosh, as soon as I heard her voice, I went, that's Elaine, and I could never unhear it, because she just talks like Elaine. But the other one is Risha's voice actor. Risha's voice actor is the same as Nadia. I think I've said that before, but the character in Code Vein sounds a lot like Risha. But with that, guys, that's all of our optional content we can do. We've done all of our events. We have done all of the different things we can view. We've done all the 4 SPGs. All we have left now is to go ahead and continue on with the story. So let's do so by heading over to the Bracer Guild. Is that you, Clausel? I heard a bit about the situation within the guild, so these must be the people from Thor's. Yeah, sorry to show up out of nowhere. I'd appreciate it if you could catch me up on this current situation in Longlai. We've heard that the excitement hasn't created too much of a burden for the guild. Well, that's one way to put it, yes. The reality is we no longer have anything to do, and that's not really by choice. I guess it doesn't really matter how many tourists there are. A city of this size can mobilize enough police officers to handle it. The police alone can probably handle most things, including problems among travelers. The government's been seizing every opportunity to take the initiative. It's obvious what they're planning. Not even the guild is permitted to touch anything related to the space program. It is a highly confidential government project, but... So, you've been prioritizing the capital when deploying bracers. Yes, Kazan is still there as requested. Renton is here in his stead since he's used to handling travelers. It would have been reassuring to have Kazan here too in case of trouble in the Ishgal Mountains. But nothing under the guild's jurisdiction could possibly happen there in the first place. Alright, I think I've got a handle on the situation. The police have completely blockaded the mountain pass leading to the Ishgal Mountains. Not to mention, Ikaruga's involvement in the program has begun something of an open secret in the guild. Correct. As long as they're stationed in Kunlun, no monsters or external forces will be a threat. Which means we at the guild can only deal with things within city limits. I can guess why the Divine Blade of Ash is here now. But you understand our situation. Our hands are tied. There's just nothing I can do to help you reach Kunlun. I'm sorry. I do have to wonder just what it is you think we're up to, but I'm glad you're as sharp as ever, Drusilla. It's quite alright. Last thing we want to do is drag the guild into this. There must be a way through, a way to navigate even a situation like this. Maybe even an opening caused by the tension. We've come to that bridge and it's time to cross it. To do whatever we need to keep moving forward. Yeah, it's do or die time, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm partial to the former. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but these young people don't know how to give up. All I can do is pray that fate will be kind to them. Ah. Oh, could that be the important contact you mentioned earlier? I bet it is. I asked the director of the NGO I work at if they could put me in touch with... Wait, huh? This isn't a number I recognize.
Pardon me.
Oh,
Am I
hello.
speaking to Toa Herschel?
Hello, Killiko.
I'm reaching out to you on behalf of Director Poisson.
I know that voice. It seems to be someone from the CID's Integrated Analysis Division, to which Mr. Kincaid belongs. That department is said to be a top secret part of the CID. Could this person be... Yeah, I think you're right. She might be the lady we heard about before. Okay, sorry for putting you on hold. Yes, this is Toa Herschel speaking. It's been a while since we last spoke, although I'll admit, I'm surprised to be hearing from you of all people. Based on the caller ID, can I assume this is an official request from the department?
There's no need to be so cautious. As it turns out, I'm in Longlai as well. Excluding the personnel stationed at the space base itself, there aren't any CID staff in the area.
I forgot Killiko was around, because we haven't seen her since, like, Act 1.
So if it's easier for you, you can drop the pretenses.
I understand, and it's alright if we stop by, right? Officially, I'll be visiting as an NGO member, but I hope it's alright if I bring a few staff members along.
Of course. 4, right? I'll have some people I would like to introduce you to as well. President Rocksmith and I will look forward to your arrival.
Ew, that sure was nerve-wracking. Was that the Flying Swallow, the woman renowned throughout the intelligence world? Why would she be calling us? She's an old friend of Jin's, and she used to work as a guild receptionist. Back then, she was headhunted by the former president and joined the organization that's now the CID. Ah, got it. It's because of that connection that she might be acting on her own. I once heard from Jellica that she's even more freakishly capable than what people say. That's hardly a surprise, given she's a master of the Taito school and Angelica's teacher. We need to make sure we're ready for our meeting with her and the people she's introducing us to. Yeah, once we're done here, let's head up the hill to the east. That is essentially saying, at this point, when you proceed, pretty much everything in town is going to be locked. This is, I think I said it last episode. These routes are just getting quicker and quicker. Just because there's less for you to explore, there's less for you to actually find. There's only like a few more Forest PGs around, and Kevin's is going to be even quicker. I think Kevin's might only be like 2 episodes long. But we'll go ahead and approach the house. This must be where he is living in retirement. And it's also the former Taito School main dojo, if I recall correctly. Apparently this is where Burgard trained Arkride too. Proceeding to the former dojo will cause the main story to advance. As a result, some quests will disappear. Now, specifically the one that will disappear is the one with the kid that we just did. I think you can technically still do the fishing one, but the one with the kid will disappear because time will pass, and the like students who are here on a field trip will go somewhere else, so they won't be able to actually be used, but let's do it.
Excuse me? It's me, Toa Herschel, from the ICO. I've come with my team.
Oh, I'm glad you made it.
Please, allow me to open the door for you.
That man is definitely who I think he is, right?
Sure is. Looks like he's gotten used to the quiet life.
I'm already familiar with Toa and Fee, but I believe this is my first time meeting the rest of you. I'm the head of the CID, Kilika Ruran.
Hey.
Hello.
That's
Your
like
reputation
Fee.
precedes you.
That's like Fee's catchphrase, and it's so dumb. But she's always said that since the very first game. She just goes, "Hey." It's just, it made me laugh. It's funny.
Nice meeting you. You look even more gorgeous and sharp-witted than Jellica gave you credit for.
How kind of you to say so. Why, I haven't seen Angelica in years. I think it was back when she stopped in to say hello on her way home from traveling the continent.
She always did make time for friends. Also, it's good to see you well, Mr. Rocksmith.
I can't believe it's already been 3 years since the treaty signing at the end of Mille Mirage.
It has indeed. Good to see you again, everyone. I was lucky enough to see Fee briefly last year, during all the business in the capital.
Yeah, thanks again for the help.
Ah, and Toa. I can hardly believe it's already been 5 whole years since we first met. It feels like it was just yesterday you were tagging along with Prince Oliver to the West Zemuria Trade Conference.
That sure brings back memories. I was just a student back then. I still remember how you were kind enough to offer to arrange for me to study abroad here in the Republic.
Say what? You serious?
Did you seriously attempt to poach a student from a rival country's military academy?
I made the offer because I heard she had some Eastern heritage. I figured she'd fit in just fine here in Calvert. I'm used to tossing out offers like that, even if there's no hope of them going through. Heck, I've tried to recruit some folks from the SSS too.
He really is as crafty as they say.
Indeed. He even managed to convince me to come aboard.
Well, I'm glad we can all exchange pleasantries considering our positions. Tell me though, Chief Kilika, are you acting independently from the CID and the President's orders?
Yes. I've even agreed to guarding Mr. Rocksmith as a temporary special mission. Meanwhile, the rest of the CID have been pushing their limits to make sure today's project goes smoothly.
And that project...
Has been put together by Four Eyes in the presidential office.
Yes, and I heard about your little run-in with Kincaid back in Basel. But don't worry. As you're effectively diplomats, you cannot be detained. And that aside, we've already been in talks with the Empire to cooperate on any unexpected developments that may occur after today.
What do you mean by that?
First I've heard of it. But it sounds like the CID has a handle on things.
I see. So, when you said you wanted to do introductions, you meant with him.
Oh, quite astute, Divine Blade. You really are a match for the Silver Princess.
Is this? Oh, Gien.
Wait, when did you show up?
I thought it was Jin because they have the same voice actor.
Good to see you.
I was like,
again
that's just
after
slightly
so
not
long.
Jin.
I appreciate you taking the time to come all the way out here.
You say that, but you never much cared for my company, even back when you were president. Regardless, I appreciate the invite. No doubt the Flying Swallow had a hand in tracking me down.
I'm flattered you think so. I would love if we could maintain a more open channel of communication between us.
I agree. Though oil and water are loath to mix, man benefits from both, after all.
Is this guy...
Yep. I haven't met him, but I've heard some things.
I am Gien Lu, elder of Heiyue's Lu family. We may have met earlier. Regardless, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance once more, guests from Erebonia, members of Thors.
Are you telling us you sent unofficial requests to every nation, including the Empire? Indeed. They were sent out yesterday afternoon to not only other countries, but to autonomous states as well. It is said there's potential latent threat that may occur within and outside the Republic tomorrow afternoon. Although this is more than likely a false alarm, we would like to prepare and mobilize your military and public safety personnel just in case. Well, it was something along those lines anyhow. Wait, you seriously sent that to every country? Weird, you'd think that would be all over the news then. One would think that, yes. Yet the only topic on everyone's lips is today's launch. That's because the information was kept strictly confidential, likely due to the nature of it being a request from the world's dominant superpower. Additionally, we've sent out smaller communications to the Guild and other groups. That includes some infamous Jaeger Corps, such as the Red Constellation and Zephyr. Wait, you reached out to the Guild and high-ranking Jaegers? You did all that in the span of just yesterday, and completely under the radar to boot. Incidentally, Heiwei also received the same warning, although by then we had already begun readying our forces. Project Startaker, for what end they are chasing to the expanse beyond our skies? I'd like to know that answer to that too. We've got those mass people Arkwright and company are dealing with that are running around causing a stir all over in Anchorville. Then there's that Epstein disciple Graham and his people have been tracking down. I don't really get how all that's connected, though. And the new assault frame we went up against, the air fleets and the aviation division are tied up in this too, aren't they? Just what the hell are you? No, what the hell is the Calvard Republic trying to do here? I take it no one knows the answer to that, apart from the Presidential Office and the CID, as well as the Aerospace Force. Indeed. I only have a sense of what could happen from looking at correspondence to the Republican Party and reaching out to some connections of mine. AOA has uncovered some information on the subject, but its veracity cannot be confirmed. As such, I won't reveal our findings here. I may not be as in the loop as Kincaid, but I do know a little. Surface details of a potential crisis, namely. Having said that, I must apologize. I cannot disclose anything at this time either. As of now, I'm in the current president's debt on account of a certain incident in the spring. Otherwise, I would tell you. Oh. Elaine told me she and the Spriggan crew kept the worst-case scenario from happening. Are you referring to the illusory coup? I heard the replicas of you and another were its instigators. And it sounds like that screwed-up incident is connected to what's going on right now. May not have a bead on what Professor Hamilton's true intentions are. Though regarding President Gramhart, I have no doubt in my mind he's doing the best he possibly can. I've already made Arkwright and his helpers aware of this. During the 100 Days War, Gramhart unofficially supported Liberal as a special operative. He isn't fighting for some distant ideal of righteousness, but instead for the sake of the world and its people. In that regard, he has not yet wavered, yet at the same time, he's very much a man of passion. Suffice to say, he'll go to any lengths to protect his family, and if protecting them entails saving all of Zemuria, then that's exactly what he'll set out to do. Be that as it may, the fate of the world is too great a burden for any one man to carry. That's why the task shouldn't fall to him alone. Yes, my thoughts exactly. No matter how harsh or awful the truth may be, he needs to share the burden with others, even if it means they have to suffer with him. Yeah, some of us have had to learn that same lesson back during the Twilight. 2 of which are in this very room. 2? Hey, why are you lumping me in with him? Reen assuming the role of a hidebound burden carrier is a given, but you were in much the same camp back then, Crow. Yeah, I'll plead guilty on that charge. Still, back then there was someone who shouldered even more of a load than me. It doesn't look like President Gramhart has chosen to tread the path of self-destruction like he did, at the very least. But like Toa was getting at, I wish he'd share the truth with us. Because now more than ever, I feel like I'm ready to face it head on. I see. Well, like we did with the Radiant Wings 3 years ago, it seems our country will have to rely on you once more. At this point, I don't think the conversation is just limited to Calvert anymore, Mr. Rocksmith. We're all involved now. All of them, and all of us. Indeed. Be it those dwelling above the surface or below, in light or in shadow, we all share a collective aim in this instance. Still, one question is playing on in my mind. How are we to act? It's an undeniable fact that Ikaruga is the strongest force in the East, and they'll use every tool and trick they know to block your way into Kunlun. Cutting a path through the defenses without your soldats will prove a difficult task. Sucks to admit, but you've got a point. Well, the fact that you're here tells me you've got something up your sleeve. Those guys seem kinda average at first glance, but I can tell that couldn't be further from the truth. If I recall correctly, the Elders have their own elite combat force. And from what the others have told us, they've been active in Tharbad and Anchorville as well. Looks as though they've seen right through us. No doubt such sharp minds were imperative in overcoming the Twilight. So, they changed their faces, huh? Even knowing the trick doesn't make it any less freaky. Looks like you brought quite a few of them here. Indeed, we wish to uncover what secrets lie hidden within the land of Kunlun. Though while these men can fight on even footing with a master, they would hardly prove a match against those who have surpassed that level. Tell me, how do you intend to deal with the legend that awaits you on the other side? While I do intend to help, this is a situation that would give anyone pause. We will be up against a legendary martial artist who's guarding a truth that could shake our understanding of the world as we know it. Yeah, and though we don't know this for sure, Shizuna could be there too. And you can bet your ass the guy with the giant shuriken and his pals are going to be lying in wait. Still, if we can, I want to help make sure Reen can focus on his reunion with his master. Everyone.
Sounds like it was worth the hassle getting here.
Oh, Jin is here.
Doesn't matter who's along for the ride. I always do what I want.
Is that Walter? What are you both doing here?
Huh? Wait, Jin?
And look who else. It's the Wolfman we fought in the Garten.
Pardon us for the intrusion, Mr. President, Elder Gen. The dire wolf and the immovable. Haven't seen you two since the aftermath of last spring.
Why are you apologizing for coming into your own dojo, Jin? There's no need to stand on ceremony on my account. I'm the one imposing on you by staying here while it's not in use, after all.
No, sir. Don't be like that.
That's right. This place has been abandoned so long it doesn't even have a proper owner anymore. Still, the fact that you two came together suggests you're just as close as ever.
Hell no. I just ran into him at the station, and trust me, it ruined my morning.
Took the words right out of my mouth. But I gotta say, this place hasn't changed a bit.
It's been almost 2 years since I've been back.
Well, I try to stop by at least once a year.
The Taito school, huh? I heard they've got some bad blood between the three of them since the school's master died 12 years ago.
I heard a little about it from Angie. Sounds like there was a lot going on.
Yeah. But the fact that they're all here together now, maybe they've patched things up?
Right then. Reen, Fee, Toa, Altina, Crow. Just so you're all aware, the Guild's reason for coming here is to find out the truth. Even if I can't help you out with the final battle waiting for you, I'll do everything I can to help you get there.
Are you sure? It'd be a huge help, but I wouldn't want to impose.
It's fine. Seems like he's already sorted everything out with Keelika. So, since Elaine's away at the moment, you're our backup, huh?
Yep. Just like last year at Orasia. In order to get HQ to agree to send me here, I had to, finally take him up on their offer.
Is he an S-rank bracer now?
Wow. I'd say you're far overdue for the promotion.
So the scaredy cat who's been hiding in A rank is finally
No
ready to take
way.
that S, huh? That's great news. It'll make it all the more satisfying when I crush you.
There has only ever been 4 S rank bracers ever. We have only ever met one of them, and it's Cassius Bright. And the whole thing with Jin is he's been offered S rank for like 10 years, but since before the events of Trails in the Sky first chapter, he was offered the rank of S rank, and he was like, nah, I'm fine staying in A. And he finally took the offer. That is crazy. He is now on the level of Cassius Bright.
I could be a D rank and you still wouldn't have a chance.
Way I hear it, you've been an unofficial S rank for forever now.
Right. Both his skills and track record go way beyond your average A rank.
That aside, I made sure we've got 4 very capable bracers back in Edith to hold down the fort while I'm here. And one of them is none other than Guildmaster Evans. He was Cassius Bright Sr. back when he was starting out.
Cassius is senior?
Arnold Evans, Guildmaster of the Bracers. I heard he's in his mid-50s now. They say he's a refined gentleman whose strength is in a class of its own.
He helps out a lot of different NGOs as well.
Back when Cassius quit, he did everything he could to try and get him to reconsider.
Sounds like this guy packs a punch. I'd love to take him on someday. But I've got my orders from the Society. Watch the Republic ram their blade right up into the heavens. Don't expect me to babysit you guys. Still, I might play with Ikaruga for a bit. Don't get a chance like this every day. Just make sure your skills are up to snuff, or else I'll grab whatever it is you're looking for myself. Got it?
Don't worry. I'll make sure I'm up to the task. I'm the Divine Blade of Ash. It's time to prove to myself and to my master exactly what I'm capable of.
Attaboy.
Man, I've gotten the lowdown on him from McBurn, but let's just say I'm glad he's on our side.
Perhaps we've scraped together a chance after all.
The mountain pass should be clear from noon onward. Just be careful making your way there.
I won't be able to stray very far from town, but I can at least back you up by operating the comms and such. After all, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't appreciate these people doing as they please in my backyard.
I agree with you there.
I abandoned this place years ago, but I should at least teach those scum not to trample the place with their dirty boots.
Yeah, you get him, pal.
On that note, everyone, you have my gratitude.
Thank you for everything you've done for us, Mr. Rocksmith.
Jin has temporarily joined the party with Walter accompanying as an active guest. Head of the Mountain Pass has been added to the travel menu. I know one of you watching this right now is losing their mind. This is one of only, like, there's a very, very few times you actually get to use Walter in any sort of capacity. I, of course, have to put Jin on the team, and of course, I have to play as him. I want to make one quick pit stop, because I'm curious if... Is he already pretty equipped? Oh, never mind. I don't need to make a pit stop. He has 1,000 attack. I'm good. I don't need to do anything. So, there is, as you can see, a bunch of optional objectives around here, which we will be doing. On top of that, we can go to the mountain pass, but we got one other thing to do first.
I've got a bloodthirsty wolf to keep in check.
Those two bicker like a couple of siblings.
I just want to listen to
Still,
this.
there's no one better to have with us here.
Yeah, with them on our side, we should be able to overcome whoever tries to stop us.
So, we're going to talk to this bracer. What should I do? I can't handle this on my own. But it'd be difficult to call on any high-ranking bracers right now. It's a bracer. He seems troubled about something. Is that Renton? He's pretty strong. You think something happened? What's going on, Renton? Fee? What are you doing in Longlai? Are these people... Wait, is that Jin? What in the world are you up to? Nobody told me there'd be any high-ranking bracers in Longlai, let alone Jin himself. So, Drusilla didn't spread the word after all. Ha, that's the old woman, all right. Some stuff came up. We're school friends of Fee's from the Republic. Sorry to change the subject, but something seems to be bothering you. Yeah, an unforeseen complication. A powerful monster has shown up near the waterfall. There's no way I can handle it by myself since I'm just a C-rank bracer. but I don't know how soon I can call in assistance. The way things stand right now, we'll have no choice but to suspend sightseeing activities around the waterfall. Bummer, but I got a better solution for you. Let us take it on. Yes, we have experience taking on wanted monsters for 4 SPG cases. It would be a huge help, but it's quite formidable. I'd feel bad asking you to take care of it. Call it fate. You don't have to worry about it so much. You've got Fee and me, and everyone else is plenty skilled too. It won't be any trouble for us. Besides, we could use a good warm-up. In that case, then please, by all means. Just who is that person with Jin anyways? Then it's settled. Right. We'll find an opportunity to defeat the wanted monster and ensure the waterfall remains safe for sightseers. So, this is just a bounty quest. I did fully plan on coming to do this. This is back in Longlai in the depths. It's that little area where we could fish. How I said earlier, there's nothing there right now. Now there is. So, let's do it, shall we? Get a little warm-up match with Jin. I'm not too unbelievably worried about this. We'll see how it goes. Especially because I have 0 CP built up and we might be in trouble. Let's go Azure Resonance. And then that's a really big mistake I just made. I should not have S boosted there. I thought I had enough CP. We'll just have Reen come all the way over here to pull that attack away from everybody. And then, oh, so cool. Like, it really is really cool to see Walter be able to be, he's not being played as, but like, he's a support unit, and I just think it's so sick, because it never happens. I probably should have done a defense boost, but we're fine. We'll do one now, because now we probably do need one. Let's go Inline Spirit Unification. Double hit. Team up with Crow until Jin gets closer. And then Crow can Azure Resonance. And then we can go for a Ashen Slash. And then Fee will do another attack. We'll get another shield back up. Attack again. He is paralyzed, so we'll probably, yep. Vulgar Claw. Ooh, gave himself insight. That sucks because I just got rid of, I just used his CP. Dang. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Just do a normal attack. Do I have anything else I can remove? I don't think I do, unfortunately. We'll do a normal attack with Phoebe. Ow. Walter gets go off. And then Shield Surge. And then we can Ashen Slash. This gets rid of his ability. And we get the EX chain, so let's just click it. We go, we'll do it again. He's teaming up with Jin. I couldn't tell who he was teaming up with there. So I got the EX chain up. Let's do it. This might kill. Yes, it does. There we go. Level 54 for everyone but Jin, who's 53. And we get the Burning Blood from defeating the Wanted Monster. And that's the quest completed. We get Zemuria. A little bit of Gray, a little bit of Law. One more quest, Law gets up to level 3. And so, with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. In the next episode, we will go ahead and head to where Ikaruga is, making our way towards Zeku Space Base to witness the rocket launch here in Reen's route. I will see you guys then.